Hello everybody, welcome back to the Noble News. This is your weekly update for all things theme park in the Orlando area. We've got some amazing news for you today. A brand new ride opening at Disney, Spaceship Earth turns green, and Boyz II Men is coming to the theme parks. All this and more in this week's weekly update, so stay tuned.
Kingdom, Mickey and Minnie are returning to the Adventures Outpost. This is one of the very few areas in all of the parks that you can meet Mickey and Minnie together. So that's exciting. I don't think there's an exact date, but it has been announced and it's going to be very soon. My assumption is it's going to be after April 18th, which is when all the distancing subsides and you can go and hug your favorite characters and get autographs. So that is what I'm assuming. So I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, so that runs right into the fact that don't forget April 18th. No more social distancing for characters, meet and greets. So you can hug the characters, you can get their autographs, you can hang out with them. So what better way to start off the news than with Mickey and Minnie coming back to the parks and having an awesome meet and greet where they're together. Another big piece of news is around housing in the Orlando area. People have been thinking about moving down. If you don't know much about what's been happening down here, everybody is moving to Florida. Everyone is moving to Florida. So unfortunately what that means is there's only so much supply of housing available. That's apartments, housing, etc. And so the prices are skyrocketing. I mean, they are going, I think the last time I saw it was like costs for apartments and rent were 40% higher than they just were 6 months ago. Yeah. So the costs are going out of control. So one of the things that Disney's been doing is they've been planning to build an affordable housing area for specifically to help out cast members. I think anybody can live there. There are some qualifications for who will be able to live in these affordable housing. It'll be right near the Flamingo Crossings area near Disney that is going up. And there will be around 1,300 apartments on 80 acres of land for this affordable housing complex. So as we get more information about this, we will let you know. But it's interesting. I don't know how it will be. I don't know if it'll be similar to what they did with Celebration or some of the apartments there or houses and things there before they sold it off. If it's even going to be themed Disney at all. If it's going to be similar to Golden Oaks, very, very upscale.
It's still in the early stages. I don't think they've worked everything out yet. But it is that people are saying it's going to be rent controlled. So that your rent won't go up, I guess, every year. So we'll see if that actually happens.
So we don't know a whole lot about the housing complex yet, but as soon as we know more details, we'll let you know. Yeah.
Typhoon Lagoon is going to be open till 7 o'clock during the summer hours. They just announced instead of 5, so that's exciting. You can, because they said with the high demand of people wanting to come to the water parks in the summer, that just gives you an extra 2 hours that you can enjoy Typhoon Lagoon. Yeah,
and it's interesting because they're also going to be having the after hours glow events that are going to be happening at Typhoon Lagoon. We've previously reported on that in another video. So sounds like Typhoon Lagoon is going to be a place to be in the summer. We actually haven't been back to Typhoon Lagoon since it reopened because it hasn't been warm enough.
Believe it.
It's got to be in like at least the 90s for me to go to a water park because I'd like it to be really warm. So we'll probably get out there very soon. And we'll do a tips and tricks video like we did for Volcano Bay and Blizzard Beach and let you know all the things that you need to know for Typhoon Lagoon. So stay tuned for that episode. Be on the lookout. All right, so there is the return of the Dapper Day event. It's basically Dapper Day. It's coming again to Orlando area, specifically to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Disney World. And it's really interesting. Dapper Day, if you don't know anything about it, what do you think of when you think of the word dapper? You think of people with like bowlers and like all refined and dressed up and like maybe even like Victorian style, but just like looking really dapper. It's like I don't know what the word dapper necessarily is. There a good synonym for it? Yeah, like fancy or like gussed up, if you will. Yeah. And so, have you ever heard anyone say like, "Well, you're looking rather dapper today"? I think Dapper Day is coming. It's going to be April 30th and May 1st at the different parks. So April 30th, it's going to be at Epcot. Hollywood Studios, it's going to be May 1st. And so this is a chance for you to go during Dapper Day, the Dapper Day events, and just dress up and be all like fancy and join in. So people, I mean, the event is just basically get-togethers. Like people, it's kind of like Star Wars lightsaber meetups where people like who have lightsabers will meet up at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It's very similar to that, except it's just all about being like all gussed up.
You can wear vintage clothes or in contemporary clothes, just dressed up.
Yeah, just look fancy. Yeah. I want to go get some like fancy old world clothes. I think that sounds fun.
Speaking of which, you can buy them.
And you can buy them. So they actually have kiosks and things between April 27th and May 1st, where if you go to the parks, I think there's going to be kiosks set at American Adventure.
Yeah, just at there.
In Epcot, where you can actually buy some clothing for that ahead of time. So since April 30th is the official day at Epcot, you can actually go to the American Adventure on the 27th, 28th, or 29th and maybe buy some stuff if
I
you
think
need
I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, I think it sounds fun. And Dapper Day reminds me of Dapper Dan's at Magic Kingdom, the barbershop quartet, and they always look very dapper in their nice little button-downs and things like that. So I just think it sounds really fun. So check it out online. Look up Dapper Day events for Epcot and Hollywood Studios. There's lots of information about it. You can actually book those through the Dapper Day group name. The group name is Dapper Day Spring 2022, and the group code is G0812200. So that's the group code that will actually get you discounted rates on the hotels. The 3 hotels are going to be Port Orleans Riverside, Port Orleans French Quarter, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. So you get to stay at one of those for a lower rate. So check it out online. There's all sorts of information.
So Expedition Everest was set to be reopened in mid-April. Well, that has been removed from the Disney website. People are saying that means it's extended indefinitely. Does that mean, is that what it means or not? Like, we could be assuming, and then all of a sudden it opened in April, so there's no actual date, but they have removed it.
Maybe they're going to move it forward.
Yeah, who knows?
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
Because we're almost to mid-April now.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're doing. They've extended it. They already said they're not going to fix Disco Yeti. So that's unfortunate. So
I know
we're still going to have Disco Yeti.
Yeah, I know that they were testing it like a while back. People saw it testing, but nobody has seen it being tested for like a while now. So
maybe there's something wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll keep you posted, but it looks like if you've got vacation planned for mid-April to late April, maybe even beginning of May, you might be out of luck when it comes to riding on Expedition Everest. So plan accordingly. We'll let you know as soon as we know whether or not it's going to change. But for now, sounds like it's not going to be ready in time. Big news is that Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, the brand new amazing roller coaster ride, sort of going to be similar to your Gringotts ride at Universal Studios. It's got similar ride vehicles, I think maybe even the same people that made that ride made this ride. But it is opening on May 27th. So that's going to be coming up here very soon. It's been officially announced. Now, there are also previews available. There are a few different types of previews. Cast member previews will be coming up. They've mentioned that there might be Disney Vacation Club previews. There may be annual pass holder previews. None of those dates are yet announced. So be looking in your email, because you will get an email that basically says previews that they've already mentioned. You've probably already gotten an email that if you're one of these members that says there will be registrations coming soon. But you've not gotten an email with the actual link to register. So as soon as you get that link, I highly encourage you, if you're going to be here, to register, because those will go really fast. Like, they'll just disappear fast. So as soon as you get that email, be on the lookout. But for anyone who doesn't get to do the sneak previews, May 27th, that's your date. So and that's the official date. So it shouldn't move. So if you've got plans for coming here, be there or be square.
Kermit is turning Spaceship Earth green and blue for Earth Month this year. That's all I know. I just saw that he was turning it green and blue, and I think they're still having the Colors of the Wind show from Pocahontas on the ball, but they are adding Kermit turning it green and blue for Earth Month. Yeah,
really leaning into that Kermit there with the Muppets.
They really are. I thought the same thing.
They had the Muppets show on the ball, last month for the Festival of the Arts, and now we got Kermit for Earth Day. So cool. I don't know what the music will be. Do you think it'll be the Rainbow Connection again? Is there going to be any music at all, or is it just lighting it up?
It didn't say, so I'm not sure.
All right, so we'll find out. The last piece of news is the one I'm the most excited for, which is they've announced more performers for the Seven Seas Lagoon concert series at Seaworld. That's a special food festival that's going on there, which we talked about in our last news video. But I'm excited because some of the new performers are awesome. The one that I'm really excited about is Boyz II Men.
Yes, they're my fave.
Boyz II Men are coming to Seaworld very soon here, so I'm excited. You can check out on their website for Seaworld. They've got all the different performers and the dates that the performers will be there listed, but I'm excited. I love Boyz II Men. I think they're amazing.
Same.
They were amazing back in the day.
They're still amazing.
Their new albums are also phenomenal. If you haven't listened to any of their new stuff, I love it. A few years back, they released a new album called Collide, and I'm telling you, every song on that album is amazing. So I can't wait. Maybe we'll actually get to see Boyz II Men. I don't remember if we're going to be in town or not on the day that they're here. Are we? Mm-hmm. No. So we may actually definitely have to go see Boyz II Men and see if we can catch a glimpse, because they are awesome. And that's the news that we have for you this week. That's the best news of the week, everything that we could find that we know is going on that you probably want to know. So again, thanks for joining us. We have all sorts of other content. We don't just do the weekly news, so check out our other stuff. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll have another great new video for you tomorrow. Until then, the Noble Way
is the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.